Hi, welcome to Blossom Your Creativity. My name is Debbie, and I'm so happy you stopped by for a visit. On my channel, I like to do DIYs, and I love to do faux foods. This is your kind of jam. You're in the right place, so we can be creative together. Now, if you like what I'm doing, please leave me a thumbs up, comment, and share. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's free. Simply hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified for new videos. So let's get started and craft away. It's challenge time, love is in the air, and we'll talk more about it in the video. So my first day, I found this little mailbox in my stash and I thought, why not make it a 3D mailbox? So I just took this piece of cardboard and I traced it out, and so then I'm going to just simply cut it out with the X-Acto knife or whatever, the utility knife. And then once I get the front and the back cut, then I will use a craft stick for the sides, and then I will use a insulation cup thingy and make that as part of the roof. Now that I have all of my items cut out, I'm just going to attach them with some hot glue. I'll do my sides, the back to the front, and then I'll put on the top. I'm sorry I didn't show how I attached the top. For some reason the video, I ran out of battery, but you'll see how it comes together. Now I need to fill in the gaps from the sides of the craft stick and the cardboard. So I'm just using the spackle, and I'm just going to simply put it in that gap, and I spread it out with my finger, nothing too technical. And then I just take another piece of craft stick just to make sure that it is completely filled in, which in some parts it's not, but it's okay. Then I paint everything white, and then I'm going to add the sticker with tacky glue to the front, and then I will paint it with the true red, and then you will see this in the final reveal. So while I'm painting, let's talk about the challenge. It's called Love is in the Air, and we're creating Valentine's DIYs. And our guest host is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations, and then we have a whole host of hostesses, and there's so many names it's hard to put that, talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the channel links in my description box for your convenience, so you can go on over and click on them and go and watch what they created for this challenge. All right, so let's go on to DIY number 2. This is a gnome from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take that scrapbook paper that I got from Michael's, I believe, and I just traced it out using my hand. Just wrinkled it, and then I knew where to cut it, and now I'm just cutting around the feet, and I'm gonna make it look like she has little pants on. So once I have the pants all cut out, now I'm just going to add some of this, it's called fruit punch. And I'm just going to add that in the background because I noticed there was a gap between some of the paper and the wood cutout. And so I just want to make sure that you're not going to be able to see any of that wood grain showing in the background. So now I'm using this yellow. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's pretty bright. But I'll be toning it down a little bit. And then I put a little layer of white around the edge just so that yellow will not show underneath that paper on the edges. And then I'm using a peach color for the face. And then I just touch up the braids just a little bit because I got peach on it. And then now I'm taking this vintage pink and I am applying that with a little bit of white, and I'll use that on the nose, and then I just dab my finger in to put it on the cheeks. Now to adhere the paper, I'm just going to use Mod Podge, and there you saw I just put a little mark with the pencil just so I knew where the hat was going to go, so I knew where to start and stop my Mod Podge. And I do the same on the little body, and once it dries I'll use the iron method to attach the papers. Then I'll add some antique wax to the feet to make it look like little shoes. Now once I have that all done, I'm just simply putting my paper back on the wood piece, adding a piece of parchment paper, and ironing the little pants on. There was a little section where the paper went over the edge, so I just took my file from the Dollar Tree and I just filed that edge off. Now I'm adding the hat, doing the same manner, adding the parchment paper, and then I'll iron it on. So looking at it, it looked plain, so I decided to add some rickrack around the edge of the hat just to give it some dimension, and I think that really helped with the look of the hat. Here I noticed there was a little puffy area on the hat, so it looks like the paper and the Mod Podge did not fuse, so off camera I did another pass with the iron, and that resolved that issue. Okay, so now I'm just adding some Mod Podge to the braid. I'm going to go ahead and add some yellow glitter, and that will give her a little sparkle. And I'm only going to use glitter on her hair. Now time to add some red to her lips and put her all together. And I just simply hot glued the pieces back together, and then we'll go to the next step. Add a few little blocks from the Dollar Tree, and that will help her stand up. Now I'm just adding a couple little white dots to the cheeks and polka dots to the bows on her hair. One last embellishment to her hat, just a little heart. Now on to DIY number 3. So I had this pack of stickers, scrapbooking pictures, and I'm going to go ahead and make a mini garland. I painted the beads from the Dollar Tree with that true red, and then I put the color shift paint over the top, and then I had those clear beads in my stash. I'm not sure where they came from, but I'm just going to simply put the beads on, and then in between I'll attach the little pennants or the pictures that look like little pennants, and then we'll just do that all the way through. I had those two hearts pictures that I was going to place, but as I put them on, they were not going to fit, so I just omitted those from my design. Once I had the strand where I wanted it, I placed a piece of hot glue or a little bit of hot glue at the end just to keep the beads from moving. And I did that on both sides. And then I tied a knot to the end and put some hot glue. Oh, before I did that, I had to finish off the other side that I had cut from the actual roll. Anyways, after I did that, I made a knot on both ends so that we were not going to have any beads shifting off, even though I added a dab of hot glue. Here we are at the final reveal, and isn't she cute? I think she turned out really nice. I needed to have two different colors and it worked out perfectly. And I don't know if you noticed, I put two little buttons on her little outfit, and those are buttons I made out of clay. Now I used this ladder to display the mini garland, and I just added a decorative napkin and a doily. I think it looks cute, and I just have it leaning up against my Valentine's tree. So I'm just backing up so you can get a better look of all three of my items, and there is the little mailbox for love letters to send to my Valentines. Thank you to all the ladies who were host and co-host of this challenge. This was a lot of fun, and I hope if you're not already subscribing that you consider. And thank you to my subscribers who come over and support me on all my videos. I really appreciate it. Until next time, stay safe and keep crafting. Bye-bye.